What's up, my people? It's Percy again. Persevere with a little off the cuff, off the dome commentary. Um, I actually hadn't planned to do this because, as you'll hear in a second, I really was kind of over quote unquote this person, but I was like, let me, curiosity got the hold of me, and I hadn't heard a lot of people talking about it. So I was like, let me check this out. And that is, of course, you can tell from the title, Kanye West. I don't know if I call it a release. I guess it's some sort of preview or something. I'm not sure what it is, but the clips of these recordings that he put out on YouTube called a Bully, right? And I gotta say, I like a lot of hip hop fans, especially in my age group. When Kanye first released music, at least his own music, I was a huge fan, right? A really big fan. I mean, when College Dropout first dropped, I just graduated college. Yes, I'm that old. And by the time Late Registration came out, I was like a full blown, Kanye fan. I didn't understand 808s and heartbreaks like that. I A lot of people act like they did back then, like to see how influential it was, right, to music, especially hip hop music afterwards. But I think between him actually and T Pain, a lot of people don't give T Pain a lot of credit, with the autotune and the singing and stuff. But that album definitely had an influence, and I'd be really lying if I said, I knew what it was and appreciated it back then. But I knew it was still a different and only something that Kanye in the rap space could do at the time, right? And then, of course, what arguably to me is his best work, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Supposedly it's one of the most expensive hip hop albums ever produced. I guess some of these songs had like dozens of features, like big name features on them, like All of the Lights. I don't know how many features that had on it, but I mean, I think it was worth every cent because that album is probably in my top 15 albums ever made, right? In my opinion, it's perfect from start to finish. Okay, maybe that Who Will Survive in America track I could do without. I get the message, but it kind of fell off the rails a little bit. And even just by those standards, the song is still great. That album is certified one of the best total bodies of work in my opinion, right? But then you get the controversial Kanye, and he's kind of been a magnet for controversy for a long time. I mean, ever since the George Bush "don't care about black people" comment, and of course you have the Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the greatest video of all time. I mean, that's been him, right? And we've kind of accepted it. He's put out, even though he was pushing the line there, to me, it wasn't necessarily something that was super egregious, in my opinion. Other people might disagree. But really, honestly, what made me hop off the Kanye train or the Ye train, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm a fan of Kanye, not Ye. Is the whole slavery is a choice comment. I mean, I don't think there's any artist in my mind that I would give a pass to that disrespect ancestors that have suffered, sacrificed, bled. I mean, just been under constant servitude and persecution for centuries. You have obviously people who have toiled and worked to get where we are today, and there's no body of work that's great or artist that's good enough for me to excuse that. I'm sorry. And that could just be my take. Might be a hot take. I don't think it should be, but it is what it is. And then, of course, you have, the Nazi symbolism, that he started showing really during the Yeezus era, right? Which to me also is a very underrated piece of work. I remember when it first came out, everybody, especially like you coming off a Dark Twisted Fantasy, everybody was like, what is this? And I just thought it was Ye again, pushing the needle, being a little avant-garde. But then you could see the hints of this whole neo-Nazi thing he's been on, even back then, right? So to me, that is a distraction. But at least you had the excuse of really great, boundary pushing, at least when it comes to hip hop music, right? Good music. So now though, I mean, with everything that he said, I'm not even going to go over everything else. And then you have the targeting of kids, Jay and Beyonce's kids. These are former allies of his, right? This dude, why the kids? Why would you think, oh, I'm going to hit post on this? Right. And then, of course, retracted. People that post and retract stuff, by the way, some old cowardly shit. I can't even front. Like when you posting and pulling, it's like throwing rocks and hiding your hand. I'm not a fan of that either. Right. So now with all the vitriol towards him these days and all of the antics, I thought, well, all right, maybe this is kind of what he needs. In order to put out some quality work. I think it happened around that Taylor Swift incident happened around right before My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. And so I'm thinking, all right, maybe this is some sort of ploy to put out good albums. Although, in my opinion, Vulture is, right, not my thing. Right, not that great, and he was still embroiled in controversy then. So I don't know. I was like, all right, I see this Bully Thing EP, whatever it is, playlist posted on YouTube. Let me check it out. So I kind of sheepishly press play, and really curious to see what happened. And boy, oh boy. It's such a stinker. It's a stinker. I don't care what nobody says. Yo, this sounds like he pulled together, like he went into some old hard drive he had, right? Sifted through the prawn in there and found scraps or demos from my college dropout era. It really sounds like that. I mean, with except some of the lyrics, but at least musically, it sound like he yanked this out from some hard drive, pause, over 20 years ago, right? And dusted them off and then decided to present it on YouTube to see what reactions he could get, right? As usual, everything is for a reaction, good or bad with him. The music sounds so dated, bro. I mean, even by his current standards, even by what he's put out in the last 10 years, right? It sounds just really, really dated and incomplete and just not even old Ye, not even old Kanye, excuse me. The samples sound sloppy. I mean, a lot of those samples I've heard used in much creative ways by other producers. The singing and the rapping sounds really uninspired. I mean, really just, I mean, how many times he gonna hit this is a dude that was heralded for really good, solid, just knockout hooks. A lot of people don't know that. He ain't the best rapper, but whether he's using someone for the hook to do his hooks, or he's creating the hooks himself. He's really known for that, right? Sad. It's just, I mean, even the fall from grace is reflected in this. Like, it's just, he is a shell of an artist. I don't care what. I know the Kanye stands gonna, come for my neck if they ever find this video. I doubt they will. But listen, I gotta keep it real. And then we're gonna talk about the video, right, for this endeavor here. It's a bit odd. I mean, I know everything that people put out that other people can't understand, other people classify as like art or artistic. But I mean, it's, having his son in the ring and kind of these fake wrestling things. And the son isn't even, you could tell he didn't give any direction to his son, right? I mean, it's cool. It's wholesome, right? Using a video with your son in it, with your family. But, after about 5 minutes, it's like, okay, what am I watching? I'm watching a home video, pretty much, that you lazily put together. You had a one cam run around a ring, and then you hired a bunch of actors, fake wrestling actors. It's just sad overall, from top to bottom, to me. And I mean, my advice is Kanye, or should I say Ye? Buddy, you need to go into hibernation, pardon me, at least for about a year, and just self-reflect. Find some people that really care about you, that really want to see you thrive. You know what I mean? Listen to those people. I know you got an ego, but put that aside, bruh. Put that aside and really listen. Find the people that care about you. Start listening to them again, and build from there. You know what I mean? And really think about your mental health. That also goes, by the way, by your on and off again BFF Drake. Both of y'all, please. You know what I'm saying? Take Drizzy Drake with you, and y'all figure this out. Anyway, that's my rant on this bully clip or video, whatever he put out. Y'all tell me what you guys think about it as well, but I'm done with my rant. Moving on. For real this time. Peace.